Hey, what's good, fam? This your boy Big Cass coming at you live from the 210 Hood Squad, fam. What's good, everybody? Here I am, Big Cass, coming at you with another video. This one is about our boy Tupac and, of course, Eazy E. Um, I was doing some research, man, and I came up with. Uh, I found out there was some more, information out there in regards to Tupac and Easy E. And there was, I already knew that the Illuminati, the COINTELPRO, the Jews, I mean, all them that are running the whole industry, running the whole government, that they had it in for Tupac. First of all, I know, they had threatened him, and that's why he decided to fake his death, you know, and plus all the shit he was going through. Hey, what's up, JMKs? What's up, BJ? What's good, fam? Oh, I appreciate that, JMKs, man. That's what's up, brother. I appreciate that. Good looking out, man. Uh, yeah, I mean that, man, from the bottom of my heart, man. That's what's up, man. Good looking out. So, yeah. So, I mean, I heard about the JDL, the Jewish Defense League, and they're run and operated by the Illuminati. They're Jews and they're terrorists. Uh, the government acts like they have that they're against the JDL, and that they're saying that they're terrorists. They're saying they're doing investigations on the JDL, but the whole time they're actually with their same agenda. They're with them, they're being run by the same organization, the secret society. And so that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I got some information, man, that I wanted to address to everybody out there, especially to the ones that are not informed and doesn't know what's going on. But before I do that, Uh, I want to make sure y'all check out my channel, subscribe to my channel, to Big Cast TV. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of all my videos. I appreciate that. One love. And so, without further ado, let's get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Uh, oh, and before I commence, man, I hope y'all don't mind. Just give me a few minutes. Just as I get a few more people, up in the building. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to kind of like repeat myself, man. Uh, what's up, Dizunk RV? Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Good looking out. People always say Tomika married Easy on his deathbed, and that was strange, but it was to prevent Jerry Heller from getting ruthless records. Exactly. Yeah, he married that chick, man, and it was for a reason, man. It had to be for that reason because he had fired Jerry Heller prior to that, but I'm not sure if they fully uh, went through all that paperwork and finalized all that. I don't think they finalized all the paperwork and actually uh, terminated Jerry Heller, completely. So there were probably still some loose ends that needed to be tied up. So he couldn't do it from the bed, from the deathbed. You know what I'm saying? So he probably had his wife do it. So that's why apparently he married her. Uh, because that's kind of strange. You're gonna about to pass away, and then you marry somebody. You know what I'm saying? So there had to been something behind it, and I think he did the right move, man. But uh, uh, I heard through like the through Bone Thugs and Harmony that she was his wife, Eazy-E's wife, was screwing over a lot of artists that were still signed to Ruthless Records. And that was coming from Bone Thugs and Harmony. So that's a whole nother video. So, but I want to look into that, man, and see what the whole deal is with Ruthless Records. Uh, what happened right after Easy E passed and to current, because I know Easy E, had his son, and he's a rapper and he's with Ruthless. So I think he probably has part in it. So, uh, but I don't know who's really behind it, who's running it, who's operating it, who owns it. That I'm not aware of as of right now, man. What's up, Saint Casper? What's good? Hello, came to show the sport. I appreciate that, Saint Casper. That's what's up. All that ask when y'all come through, y'all smash that like button, show some support. I appreciate that. Uh, and he wrote a few interesting things in his book. Oh, okay. I haven't read his book. Uh, but good looking out. I'll check that out for sure. I'm not God. I am Saint Casper. Okay, but hello, Zone. Tamika didn't know the record. Yeah, exactly. She didn't know, man. So you know what I'm saying. And what right when Easy E passed, Bone Thugs and Harmony were like not fresh, but they were pretty fresh into Ruthless Records. They just got signed a record deal with Easy. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't with Ruthless Records that long after, when Easy E passed. Okay, St. Casper. He did a great interview on Murder Master Music Show. Oh, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, okay, what gets me is what really happened. What really happened to the Godfather of rap, Easy E. You know what I'm saying? We all know that there was a conspiracy about Easy E's death, about that whole AIDS deal, man. You know what I mean? Uh, I mean, we all know Easy E was built like a little ox, man. You know what I'm saying? He was short, but he was built like an ox. He always had problems with his bronchitis. Uh, I don't know how long. I don't know if he was. I don't think he was born with it, but he always had problems breathing. With his bronchitis. So he was always. He had a personal doctor checking out, going. And there's times he would go to the doctor and have his bronchitis checked out. You know what I'm saying? But let's put that aside, man. Let me get straight to the point. Easy E was having problems. You know, Easy E was having problems with his breathing because his bronchitis. Uh, when he went to the hospital, that was the whole deal. Why he went to the hospital was because he assumed it was his bronchitis, which that most doubt. I mean, that's probably what it was. It was his bronchitis because he didn't really have any other issues, health issues, or anything like that. So Eazy was taken to the hospital for bronchitis, and then finds out shortly after that he had full blown. Well, first they found out he had HIV, and then shortly after he finds out from HIV to full blown AIDS. How does that happen, man? We all know that's bullshit. You know, there's a process to all that. You know, if Easy didn't die, Bone would have been bigger. Oh yeah, most definitely. JMK, you know what I'm saying? That is guaranteed. You know, uh, most definitely. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? Because Easy E, he had a good eye on talent. You know what I'm saying? And look how Bone came out. They came out big. without Easy E. Well, the beginning, they first came out. Okay, they blew up because of Easy E. But after he passed, they still went to the next level. Imagine if Easy E was around. You know what I'm saying? They would even went to. They probably would have been real big. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them real top artists is out there, man. But like I always believe, everything happens for a reason, man. But it's just fucked up the way Easy E went out. You know. Uh, uh, so anyhow, uh, BG Knockout and Bone Thugs and Harmony also have been around Easy E, right? And they never saw anything wrong with Easy E other than having issues with his bronchitis. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so there was no way, shape, or form that Easy E had AIDS whatsoever. Okay, I remember, I don't know how many years before uh, Easy E uh, allegedly died of full blown AIDS. He had an AIDS scare. I guess he slept because he was one of them dudes that hit it and quit it with all them chicks, man. You know what I'm saying? So he was fucking with fire. First of all, you know what I'm saying? And he wouldn't use jimmies and shit, but he would, he'd be hitting all these bitches. You know what I'm saying? All these chicks from the hood. So anyhow, he had a AIDS scare because apparently he found out somebody, a girl that he had slept with or something like that, had AIDS or got AIDS. So he went to go get checked, but he came out negative. He double checked, came out negative. So he never actually got it. So that was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But he did get a scare though. He did get scared. He thought he had it at that time, but he didn't. So yeah, other than that, man, all the only issues he had was his bronchitis. So he had issues. The only issue he really kind of had with his Ruthless Records was with Dr. Dre when Suge, you know, had to go and threaten Easy E, and which I think Dr. Dre set up Easy E, and they forced Suge and his crew forced Easy E to sign uh Dr. Dre out of Ruthless Records. I mean, I'm sure we all know that. We all know that story, man. You know what I mean? Uh, but that's what happened. They came with bats and all this shit. But but he did. Easy E did get a good deed out of it. He still got paid. Uh, no matter what music Dr. Dre did with Death Row, uh, with the Death Row record label, he still got a percentage out of all of Dr. Dre's music. So he still got paid. You know what I'm saying? Easy E still got paid with whatever Dr. Dre did. You know what I mean? And I don't know how many years it was supposed to be or what, man. But he still got something out of nothing. You know what I mean? So anyhow, what's up, Don Juan? What's good, my brother? Thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate that, man. That's what's up. Hitting bitches, yup. Facts, man. So yeah, man. So anyhow, man. So I absolutely without doubt feel that Easy E was was murdered by AIDS. It was a murder by AIDS, man, with the injection. So somebody, a doctor, Most likely, I think it was a doctor that went in that works for you know, that works for the elites, the secret society, whoever, and was told to give him that lethal dose of AIDS. He was, in other words, he was told to kill him, to kill Easy E, and I guarantee you that's what happened, man. Uh, Somebody at the hospital had to have done something to Easy E that caused him to get full blown AIDS and to die in 3 weeks after he found out he had full blown AIDS. Uh, okay, now check this out. Easy E was his normal self, right? And he looked regular, man. He didn't like he had no signs that he looked like he had AIDS. Last night, don't get sidetracked. A couple kids tried to rob me at gunpoint. What? I have a hell of a story for you guys. Maybe I'll post a vid. Couple kids tried to rob me at gunpoint. When was this, Don Juan? Today? Yesterday? When was it? Oh, last night. What? Damn, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. I'm glad, man. Nothing happened to you, homie. Straight up, bro. Man, I'm telling you, what's this world coming to, man? What's this world coming to, man? It's just, it's just sad, man. How these kids these days want to rob and innocent people instead of working for their shit, man. It's just sad, man. You know what I mean? At 10:20 p.m. Wow, man. I'm glad, bro. I'm glad you're doing good, man. I'll holler later about it. All right, Don Juan. All right, but make sure you do, man, because man, that's some crazy shit, man. I'm good that nothing happened to you though, bro. For real, man. Real talk, man. Uh, well, anyhow, Easy still had his weight and was built like a little tank, right? Okay, now, if someone, now I'm gonna break it down, man. Plain and simple. If someone has AIDS, you know, they get like lesions, dementia, loss of weight. They get skin rash, nail problems, sweats, weakness, fatigue, etc. You know what I'm trying to say. Which Easy E never had. He never had any of those symptoms. You know. Uh, Also, if Easy had AIDS, then how come his wife Tamika didn't have AIDS as well? You know what I'm saying? If he had AIDS, how come his wife didn't have AIDS? Just like for example, uh, what's his name that had AIDS? Damn, what's his name? Uh, who's that guy? I forgot his name, man. That cat that helped out Tupac. Uh, Damn, what's his name, man? Well, anyway, I can't think about it. I can't think about his name. I can't get it. But anyhow, he had AIDS, and they checked his girlfriend, and she had AIDS. So if you have sexual intercourse or whatever, cut with anything, man, and you're gonna have no, not Magic Johnson. What's his name, man? Um, Devin Brown. Devin Brown. No, Devin Clark. Devin Clark. Devin Clark had AIDS, right? And they checked his wife or his girlfriend, whoever she was, and she had AIDS, and she ended up dying in 2000. I think it was 2001. She died like 4 years after Devin Clark died. So he had given it to her. So more likely, if Easy E had AIDS, his wife would have had AIDS as well, most definitely, man. You know, and she was pregnant as well when he passed away. She was pregnant, if I recall. She was pregnant, and she gave birth to I don't know if it was a boy or girl, but anyhow, that his kid and his wife both didn't have AIDS. So right there is self-explanatory, man. He was given AIDS while he was in the hospital. Point blank period, man. You know? So anyhow, so since she never had AIDS, that brings up red flags, man, all over the place. You know? So Easy E was given an injection of AIDS in which caused Easy E to get very sick and die in 3 weeks. Once he found out he had full blown AIDS, he died 3 weeks later. Look, Lazy Bone even did an interview, and he even stated that Easy went in for a common cough or pneumonia. That's why he actually, went in. Uh, and that was in January. Then in February, he was diagnosed with HIV positive. You know, then in March, he was diagnosed with full blown AIDS, then dies 3 weeks later. How does someone go from not having AIDS to HIV positive to full blown AIDS in 2.5, 3 months and showing no symptoms, nothing? Because when you have HIV positive and then you have AIDS, I've seen people with AIDS, man, and you can tell that they're sick. That's simple and plain. You know when somebody has AIDS. You can see the sickness. Easy E didn't have no sickness. He wasn't no loss of weight, no dementia, no lesions. And they start getting these lesions on their body too. That's crazy, man. He didn't have none of that, and he just wrestled with one of that big, huge dude from the Bone. Uh, Forgot his name, but they would wrestle, and he would say he was built like a tank, man. And when you have AIDS, you're gonna be weak, fatigued. You ain't gonna want to wrestle. You ain't gonna be able to do shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get my point. What I'm trying to say, man. There was just no way he had it before he went to the hospital. Um. So anyhow, man. So okay, now this is when I did some more research and found out. Uh, I'll holler about it. Magic Johnson, hey buddy, I didn't see my invite. They didn't send it. Hey, what's up, Lakers fan? Thanks for coming through, brother. Oh, you didn't get the notification? Man, that's crazy, man. Uh, it varies because they're pointing the finger to Suge. They're pointing the finger to uh uh what's his name? Keller or whatever his name is. Uh, Easy's ex manager. Uh, or it could be the JDL, the Jewish Defense League, which is operated by the Illuminati. Uh, but I'm gonna break it down in a little bit. Okay, in 2011, unsealed FBI documents linked that both Easy E and Tupac uh, to an alleged extortion attempt by the Jewish Defense League. who Jerry Heller had employed. So Jerry Heller had hired the Jewish Defense League, the JDL, to combat threats from Suge Knight as well as neo-Nazi skinhead groups who had threatened them. So Suge Knight was threatening Eazy E and Jerry Heller. So uh, he told Jerry Heller told Eazy E, "Don't do nothing about it. Don't do nothing about Suge Knight." Because I think that was the time when Eazy E said that he was gonna kill Suge Knight, and I'm sure y'all were aware of that. That's when he told him, "Hey, what's up, old reliable? What's up, Kepler? Kepler, what's good? Hey, because hope all is well with you. I'm doing good now, man. Matter of fact, um, yesterday and the day before, man, I wasn't feeling good at all, man. I wasn't feeling good. I've been in bed for 2 days, man. This morning I started feeling better. Uh, so right now I feel a little bit better. So it's been a few days, so that's why I wanted to. Since I was feeling a little better now, I wanted to do this video, man. I wanted, you know what I'm saying? Since I haven't done one, man. But thanks to the man up above, man, and to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all's love and support, man. I gotta say this, man, just to address to y'all, man, to let y'all know, man, that I appreciate and love every one of y'all, man, that come through and check out my videos. You know what I mean? That y'all are part of my family, 210 Hood Squad family for life. So I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all, man. Most definitely, man. Y'all give me the strength, man, to keep going, man, and fighting. So I want to give y'all recognition on that, man. Straight up. Uh so yeah, so that's how the Jewish Defense League, the JDL, who are associated with the Illuminati, who are ran by Jews and operated by the and controlled by the Illuminati. Jerry Heller hired these fools. I don't know. He got scared or whatever, so he hired these fools. So because Suge Knight had threatened Easy E, and so they were getting all these threats. So Jerry Heller hired them to combat threats from Suge Knight as well as neo-Nazi skinhead groups who had threatened Easy E and Jerry Heller. That's how they got involved. So now on September the 11th of 96, reported that the Jewish Defense League and others yet unidentified have been extorting money. These fools have been extorting money from various rap music stars via death threats. So they're extorting money by giving them death threats with death threats. You know what I'm saying? Saying if they don't comply, if they don't, you know, give them a certain amount of money, they're gonna get, assassinated, killed, or whatever the case. And they did this to a lot of rap artists, uh, in the industry, in the music industry. So, this theme involves this involves they would make telephonic death threats. They would call and make death threats to the rap star, and then the subjects then intercede by contacting the victim and offering protection for a fee. So, they will call them, threaten them, and extort money from all these rap artists. And then they'll say, okay, you pay us money and we'll protect you. You know what I'm saying? So it's similar to what, how can I say, like, you know how like the Mexican mafia, they charge 10% a dime to all the people who sell drugs, right? To everybody who sells drugs, they charge them a dime, 10%. And you pay them the 10%, they'll protect you. So every month you got to pay a dime, 10%. And if you have any problems, you can go to the mafia and they'll protect you, whatever means necessary. That's similar to what the JDL did, but they didn't have no reason. These people weren't selling drugs. They weren't doing nothing. They were just trying to, become rap artists. So the Jewish Defense League didn't really have no probable cause to extort them for any type of money. They would just call them, threaten them, and extort them for money. And then at the end, they'll say, "We'll protect you from anything." You know what I'm saying? That was their deal, and they did this to a lot of rap stars, hip hop artists. Um, so the sources reported that Easy E and Tupac were also victims of this extortion scheme before them passing away. So Tupac and Easy E were being extorted by the Jewish Defense League organization. So they threatened them, you know, and extorted them for money, which they paid. I don't know if Easy E, oh yeah, apparently Easy E paid because Jerry Heller hired them. So Jerry Heller would pay them, and apparently Tupac had paid them. I don't know, a few times or what, but apparently they both had paid the JDL to shut them up, and you know, and also they had protection. They were being protected by them, but they were extorting a man for money, man. What type of shit is that, man? You know, peace and gas, peace, people. Too long to speak, peace. Jerry Heller, hey big cats, hope all is well with you. Yep, all reliable salute, like a protection racket. Exactly, Kepler. Exactly, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Who really needs that protection if you're a rap artist? And the majority of these rap artists out here today, man, they're in gangs, or they don't need that type of protection, man. Now, especially coming from Jews, from the Illuminati, man. Come on, you know they can hire their own security detail, or whatever, or the rap artists that are in cliques and gangs, they got their own gangs, man. They don't need to hire no other protection. You know what I mean? But anyway, it is what it is, man. And so they were saying there were links connecting Easy E and Tupac's death with the Jewish Defense League, that they might have something to do with their deaths. You know, look, I don't think a lot of Tupac and Easy E's fans know about the Jewish Defense League involvement with them. I don't know if there's a lot of people know about the JDL, but the Jewish Defense League, they're out there, they're active as I speak right now. They're still doing these extortions with rap artists today. You know what I mean? Uh, the FBI knew and released documents showing that Tupac had received death threats from the Jewish Defense League as part of an extortion scheme. Like I said, the JDL had noticed Tupac of alleged death threats, then provided protection services while working out a deal with the supposed threat maker. So, after receiving money from Tupac, the Jewish Defense League would announce an agreement with the would be killer, allowing Tupac to return to normal life. The FBI also had documents of the JDL involvement with Eazy E as well. So the JDL, the Jewish Defense League, has been involved in the rap game and has orchestrated countless acts of terrorism in the United States and abroad. So, they're not just doing this to rap artists, they're doing it to other people as well. You know what I mean? Uh it's international, man. You know what I'm saying? They go to other countries and do this to other people in other countries as well. You know. Now, the Jewish Defense League got me thinking: did they actually help Tupac fake his death? I know they didn't kill Tupac because he's still alive. You know what I mean? Uh, but Tupac is a smart cat, and I'm thinking he reversed it on everybody. I think Tupac, could have paid the JDL for protection, and they helped him, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just a suggestion. I'm just throwing that out there, man. Uh, I could be wrong, man. You know what I mean? But I don't think he could trust. I know I wouldn't be able to trust the JDL, man, if they're working under the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? I would think they would double cross me, set me up, and have me killed. You know what I mean? So I don't really think they helped him fake his death. I think he had enough help with the Black Panthers, his inner circle, and just everybody else that he paid off to help him fake his death. You know, excuse me, like a protection racket. Nobody knows what they need until they need it. It's a dirty business on all levels. That's facts, Kepler. That's real talk, man. Um, so anyhow, there was a lot of points that Tupac had to cover. You know, uh, so I'm sure he had it covered, and I'm sure it was well thought out, and he had enough time to pre-plan and organize his getaway. I'm Tupac. I'm talking about. So the JDL, the Jewish Defense League, are terrorists. They're corrupt. They're evil. They extort. They deal. They It's all negativity, man. What they're involved. They do bombings, just killing people. Just it's all bad, man. So I don't think Tupac had any involvement in a positive way with the JDL, with the Jewish Defense League, man. No way possible. Okay, I'm going to give y'all some important information. On September the 11th of 1996, so that was supposedly Tupac was still in the hospital because allegedly he got shot September the 7th, right? And he allegedly died on the 13th. So on September the 11th of 96, uh, that was 2 days after Tupac supposedly had passed away. Before he had passed away, an informant, there was an informant tipped off the FBI about the Jewish Defense League extortion scam. Also, that the Jewish Defense League have been extorting rap artists for money by death threats. Eazy E and Tupac both have been targets from the Jewish Defense League, and the JDL are a right wing Zionist organization group who are domestic terrorists. So, well, the Jewish Defense League went to Ruthless Records Company. I'm not sure when they did this, but they apparently went to Ruthless Records, uh, one of their clubs they had, Easy East Club, and brandished guns to the people there. So after physical and psychological intimidation, the Jewish Defense League let them know who they were and why they were there to extort money, apparently. You know what I mean? They were going to extort, and they were ready for a hostile takeover, like extorting them for money, for protection. Anyhow, what I'm really trying to say is that the Jewish Defense League did have involvement in extorting and threatening Tupac and Easy E before they passed. Well, Tupac hasn't passed, but you know what I mean. And that's the JDL, and that the Jewish Defense League might have involvement in Easy E's death and Tupac's assumed death. The FBI stated that they opened a federal investigation. See, the FBI involvement, right? They're saying that they opened up a federal investigation, for on the Jewish Defense League, but the whole time they're they're with the Jewish Defense League. You know, of course they're not going to tell us. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna act like they have no involvement, and that they're actually doing investigation, trying to take them down, calling them terrorists and or whatnot. But the whole time they have the same agenda and are operated by the same organization, the Illuminati. So even with then I did some, little bit more research and found out they had two informants, not just one. They had two informants exposing the Jewish Defense League, right? What they need until they need it. Yeah, okay. So the FBI still said they couldn't provide no specific detail information to take down the Jewish Defense League. We all know that it's all bullshit, man. I guarantee y'all that they were told to stop investigating the cases, just like the LAPD, the Las Vegas Police Department, and the Compton Police Department were told to stop their investigation as well with the Tupac case. They all work for the same people, the Illuminati. Why do you why do people think they are not active right now? Why? There's a lot of people and that are saying, oh, okay, that the Illuminati, they're not real, they're not active. They started back in 1776 or 78, whatever that year was, but they no longer exist. That's all bullshit, man. They're out here. They do exist and they are active right now. Point blank, period. Um, these evil organizations are out there with their evil agendas, just waiting for the hostile takeover, man. Point blank, period. Since we are on that topic, let me break it down to y'all. The music industry and the entertainment industry are all the major Illuminati's assets. You know, the Illuminati are following their sacred scripture, the Talmud, I think, and have put themselves in power over the rest of us by controlling the money and big business, and decide to reduce the world population down to 500 million. Um, for the Illuminati to be able, for them to be able to do this, they have to use different means, like keeping the world at war at any cost, create deadly viruses like HIV and Ebola, control the weather so they can create earthquakes, tornadoes, etc. Now, the Jewish Defense League is run by the Illuminati, of course, right? The Jewish Americans run the vast majority of the United States television networks, the printed press, the Hollywood movie industry, the book publishing industry, and the recording industry as well. The industries are run by Jews with two main purposes in mind: to make lots of money with whatever methods available. Nothing is holy, and murder is accepted, if necessary, to manipulate people into accepting the new world order and a one world government. Only artists they can control will be promoted and accepted, or artists that they can make a big buck out of. Point blank, period. What's up, Lakers fan? Jerry Heller. Yeah. So, okay, now it all makes sense. It all makes sense to me, man. Now, Tupac was being threatened by the Illuminati, right? And the Jewish Defense League. And he knew that they used the COINTELPRO, or maybe the Jewish Defense League, to try and kill him, try to kill Tupac. So Tupac knew he had to fake his death. That was the only way out, because the Illuminati and the Jews control all major organizations in the US. And for Easy E, the Jewish Defense League probably had him killed in the hospital by a doctor who was part of the league as well. There was evidence connecting Tupac and Eazy-E's death with the Jewish Defense League organization. Point blank, period. 100% facts. Been in the music industry since '89. They only promote those that play ball. Oh, exactly, Kepler. You know what I'm saying? So they're only going to promote people that accept them, or they feel that they can make a lot of money out of a certain person. I think they threaten them into it or something like that. But if you're willing to play ball, of course, man, you're in. Uh, the FBI said they were investigating the Jewish Defense League, right? But the whole time they are with the Jewish Defense League. They are with the agenda. They're being operated and controlled by the Illuminati. The FBI, which is the COINTELPRO, our government. Our government is collapsed already, man. It's bad, bro. To everybody, man. The Our government is so corrupted. It's pathetic, man. Of course, the our own government are working under their commands. So I guarantee y'all, the FBI are protecting the JDL by all means. You know, and then also Did y'all know that when the FBI found out that the JDL, which is the Jewish Defense League, could be involved in Eazy-E's death, they didn't pursue the investigation. Uh, and the reason they didn't pursue it was because of that one song from NWA, "Fuck the Police." Remember, there was a huge controversy over that song, and "Fuck the Police," and they were being sued. NWA was being sued, uh, but they overcame it, man. They overcame it, and you know they won. So that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the point I wanted to try to just to address to y'all was that the JDL, the Jewish Defense League, had extorted Tupac and Eazy-E both prior, right before they passed away. Well, we know Tupac ain't dead, but as for Eazy-E, I think I will. I guarantee y'all, man. Eazy-E's death was orchestrated, and he was killed. You know, and I think it came from up above, from the elites. You know, and of course they can say, "Oh, what's his name? Suge had him killed, or P Diddy had him killed." Which I'm just bringing up names now. What, Suge or Jerry Heller? But I guarantee you, Jerry Heller, Suge, or both were being operated by the Illuminati as well. So if it came from Suge or if it came from Jerry Heller, it still came from the Illuminati, man. Because they were associated with them, and it all goes down to the same people, man. You know what I'm saying? So it all, like they say, man. This is a known fact. Follow the money. Follow the money. Who's gonna get you know who can get the best, who's gonna make the most money out of it, or stuff like that. uh and so you follow the money, man. That's plain and simple. you know uh I don't know if, did y'all hear Tupac's new album that came out? Facts 8 doesn't hit like that. Suge and lyrics are all low level to these people. Oh yeah, exactly. Most definitely, Kepler. You know what I'm saying? They're just rodents being following orders, man. They're puppets. All these rap artists, all the people in Hollywood, the sport people in the sports, they're all puppets, man. They can't be in the elite, uh, in the intermediate Illuminati. You know, you gotta be a Jew. You gotta be born into it. It's that's the way they operate. You could be associated with them, stuff like that, involved in them. They can say you're part of our organization, but you're not considered a true member of the Illuminati. You're just like an associate. But you're involved. So, like, if you sign your name in blood and you sell your soul, you're just a part of the organization as a associate. You know what I mean? Because they have you killed, they have you sacrificed. You know, because if you were really part of their Illuminati circle, they wouldn't kill you. They wouldn't sacrifice you, because all them brothers, them Jews, all them Illuminati in the inner circle, they're all brothers and sisters, and they don't kill each other. They all last as long as they can. Their age, they always last to they're like almost 100 years old. You see them all like fucking old as hell. So they're getting like if they need a fucking liver, a heart, whatever. I bet you they get it like that within a day or two. Oh, you need a heart transplant. Boom, they go to the hospital ASAP and get a fucking transplant. They don't have to wait. You know what I mean? And they'll get it from anybody. And if there's not one out there ready, they'll go do a hit. They'll murder somebody that has a perfect match just so that person can live. You know what I mean? That's real talk, man. So thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for y'all's love and support. Uh, Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, smash that like, share the video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of all my videos. And also, most definitely, hit my GoFundMe account. The link's in the description below. If you don't see the link, hit that little arrow below, and then you'll be able to see the GoFundMe link. All donations go towards my health, and only for my health, for my medications, my care link. I need a liver transplant. I have a lot of health issues right now. So whatever donations, I appreciate from the bottom of my heart, man. One love. I appreciate all that. Yeah, if y'all check out this video, don't forget to hit that like button, man. Show some love and support, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, man. So until next time, man. This your boy Big Cass. The 210 Hood Squad family. One love. I'm out.